we're going to talk about the interval block.
கதையை இப்பதான் ஆரம்பிக்குது.
இந்த டீம் என்னடானா தர்மடி அடிக்கிறாங்க. ரஜினிகாந்த் வந்து காவ்யா மாறனை பார்த்து டீம் பெட்டரா பண்ணுன்னு சொல்லி டீம் ஹஸ் பீன் லோடட் ரைட் நவ.
இதுக்கெல்லாம் யார் காரணம் தெரியுமா?
சன்ரைசர் டீம்ல வந்து நெக்ஸ்ட் வந்து ஒரு நல்ல பிளேயர்ஸை போடுங்க.
இந்த ஜெயிலர் படம் என்னதான் ஸ்லோவா ஆரம்பிச்சாலும் தலைவர் வந்து அந்த இன்டர்வல் பிளாக்ல வந்து எப்படி மாற போறதுன்னு we all know.
கொஞ்சம் இதோட நிறுத்திக்கலாம்ல.
Hardik Panda is Hardik Dandiya.
நீ ஒரு டுபாக்கூரு, உன்னை நம்பாதேன்னு இவங்கிட்ட எத்தனை தடவை சொன்னேன். இவன் தான் என் பேச்ச கேட்காம உங்ககிட்ட அதனாலதான் உன்னை டேக் பண்ணேன்.
என்னத்தன்னு சொல்றது, the team that you want to really laugh ஒரே சிரிப்புன்னு சொன்னா கூட at sometimes you feel some kind of compassion. என்னடா இப்படி அடி வாங்குறாங்களே அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு.
இல்ல மாப்ள, அது மறந்து இது பக்கமா இருக்கு. ஏன் அவனை வெட்ட வேண்டியதானே? ஏன் பழுக்க போறான் அவனை வெட்ட வேண்டியதானே? நான் உள்ளே வரக்கூடாது. நான் அந்த ஒரு கட்ட தாண்ட ஒரு மலை தாண்ட முடியுங்க. தாண்டே வெட்டிடுறீங்க நீங்க. பார்த்து தாண்ட இருக்க நானும்.
DK and MHT who are turning the clock. Maybe they will also be reckoned for the World Cup. அந்த மாதிரி.
அத்தடி தெய்வமே, புயல் வேகத்துல போயிட்டு இருக்கே. குறுக்கு எது மணலாரி வந்துறப்படா சாமி. அம்மா யாராவே முரட்டாளா ஓடிக்கிட்டு இருக்கா?
Hey, welcome to another episode of The Couch Coaches. இன்னைக்கு we're going to talk about the interval block.
கதையை இப்பதான் ஆரம்பிக்குது. Wait and watch.
Over to you, Priyesh.
Hi, this is the mid-season review of the IPL. We are recording this on the Monday 22nd before MI plays RR.
லைவ் ரிலே கொஞ்சம் டிலே.
I think all the teams have played 7 games and 1 or 2 teams have played 8 games. So we will construct this episode in 5 ways. One is how the teams stack up. Second one, the playmakers. The third one, the game changers. Fourth one, bad investments. And the last one, young blood. So we will see how the teams stack up with the table now. And over to you, Rama.
So let's start with the ones who are at the top of the table. So it's the Rajasthan Royals. இது வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா வெரி ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் சிவகார்த்திகேயன் ஃபேமிலி என்டர்டெய்னர் மாதிரி.
நம்பி வாங்க, சந்தோஷமா போங்க.
It's like everybody has something to get out of it. They're really gelling well, doing well. வெளியில வந்து பார்த்தா அஸ்வின் அவன் சேனல்ல வந்து he keeps saying ஹல்லா போல் நல்லா போல். They're having really a good time.
ஹல்லா போல் கொஞ்சம் நல்லா போல்.
And a lot of things are gelling well for them, right? Obviously Jaiswal or form has not come back yet. That may change anytime soon. But Butler is playing solid. There are games that
Two centuries.
So அவன் வந்து கலக்கின்னு இருக்கான். There are like young blood which we will talk about. We have Riyan Parag. So batting is in good, really good nick. Bowling la அதே மாதிரி they have spinners, right? Chahal and Ashwin. They are doing well. So bowling. So as a unit, they are at the top of the table. So we are expecting a lot more after the interval, the second half of the movie, to do well for Rajasthan.
And last year also they were in that this plot in the halfway last year, but did not find their mojo after the interval. Summer popcorn and nachos சாப்பிட்டுட்டு they didn't perform. But as you said, everybody has a role and they are performing it very well. So, and they seem to be a very, very calm unit also. Maybe Sangakkara influence, but Samson is leading the way. and usually first 7 matches he will also hit. That is
Mm-hmm.
the thing now also. So we will see what happens in the next 7 matches. But as we called out in the road to IPL, which I will link here, they were one of the teams we picked that they will qualify. Okay, so the second team.
கேகேஆர் ரைட். இது வந்து எப்படின்னா, ஏதோ ஒரு படம் ஓடுது, என்ன படம்னே தெரியலையேன்னு யூ ஜஸ்ட் கோ இன்
இது நம்ம லிஸ்ட்லயே இல்லையே அடேங்கப்பா.
and suddenly you're pleasantly surprised that you never expected it to be that good. நம்ம லவ் டுடேங்கிற படம் வந்த மாதிரி, which is what KKR has happened this season. Uh, they found the mojo, right? Sunil Narayan has now been good with the ball and good with the bat at the top of the order as well. And they have pieces of it sort of firing here and there, right? Salt opening, அதுக்கப்புறம் Russell batting has come good in some games, and then Chakravarti, the architect, he's been bowling well. So the only, I think, the close game that they should have won was probably against RR. But as a unit, Shreyas Iyer has been interesting, and I think Gautam Gambhir back at the helm is what people are saying that is bringing some level of things to the team. So it's been a surprise, pleasant surprise for all of us.
And Rinku also. So
Right.
is knocking on the doors for the World Cup selection as a finisher. Is also doing his role. And then without Nitish Rana, they have done very well with the batting. And நீ சொன்ன மாதிரி Narayan Sonal Narayanல and they are a Tam Bram team. We have a Narayan and 2 Ayers. So they are performing well. அந்த மாதிரி I think this is the team which we did not pick up for qualifying. And one bad miss which we will cover in the bad investments. Maybe if he comes good in the second half, they will have a terrific second half also. To the third team, my city where I was born, and Kavya Maran's team. Take it away, Rama.
இந்த டீம் என்னடானா தர்மடி அடிக்கிறாங்க. இவங்க வந்து அசால்ட்டா வந்து 220, 230, 250, 270 பார்த்தா
280.
280. இது வந்து ராஜமௌலியோட படம் மாதிரி. That is like a lot of action. பாகுபலியில வந்து அடிக்கிற மாதிரி பசங்க are like solid. They found their definitely the batting mojo, right?
Yeah.
They have people at the top three who can really take it away. தலைவலி கொடுக்கறதுக்கு ஹெட் இருக்கான், அதுக்கப்புறம் கிளாசன் இருக்கான். They've been doing well, and Cummins as a captain is a solid captain. So this is a team that is going to be interesting to watch. அதான் யோசிச்சுட்டு இருந்தேன், தேவையில்லாத இந்த ஜெயிலர் லான்ச் போது ரஜினிகாந்த் வந்து காவ்யா மாறனை பார்த்து டீம் பெட்டரா பண்ணுன்னு சொல்லி டீம் ஹஸ் பீன் லோடட் ரைட் நவ் அந்த பேட்டிங்.
இதுக்கெல்லாம் யார் காரணம் தெரியுமா? நீதான்.
சன்ரைசர் டீம்ல வந்து நெக்ஸ்ட் வந்து ஒரு நல்ல பிளேயர்ஸை போடுங்க.
So it's going to be interesting to watch. Though I do think if you get a couple of them out, I know there is Nitish Reddy who's played well, etc. It'll be interesting to see if they can sort of sustain that through or not. If you get like, I think Klassen, and if you get head out, how will they sort of operate? But it's been phenomenal to watch them go and strike.
Two things. First games, one game or two games, they didn't bring in head, and they played the Lota all-rounder Janssen. We called them also out that they will be confused because they have so many foreign players and not Indian players at all. So I think Nitish Reddy is come on well for them, and Abhishek Sharma is
Oh,
a talent which they have spent money on last few seasons, and is maturing now. And the opening partnership is so good. So they look to in the right spot to qualify, but we will see, as you said, if you get out the opening pair and classing, how will they fare? We have to see. But Nato is coming into form, uh,
mm-hmm.
and they are not playing Washington Sundar at all.
Yeah.
Adike, they are, have a top 12, which is very good. But we will see what will happen after the interval, because it is SRH Sun Pictures. We will see.
பயமா இருக்கா? இதுக்கப்புறம் இன்னும் பயங்கரமா இருக்கும்.
Yeah.
Now to go to our team, Chennai Boys.
See, சிஎஸ்கே we know, right? எப்படி ஸ்லோவா ஆரம்பிச்சாலும் எங்கேயோ ஒரு இடத்துல டெஃபினட்டா இட் இஸ் கோயிங் டு எக்ஸ்ப்ளோர்டு நமக்கு தெரியும். இந்த ஜெயிலர் படம் என்னதான் ஸ்லோவா ஆரம்பிச்சாலும் தலைவர் வந்து காய்கறி கடையில இருந்து வாங்கிட்டு வந்து கிராண்ட் சன்னை பார்த்துட்டு எல்லாம் மெல்லோவா இருந்தாலும் அந்த இன்டர்வல் பிளாக்ல வந்து எப்படி மாற போறதுன்னு we all know.
கொஞ்சம் இதோட நிறுத்திக்கலாம்ல.
ரொம்ப தூரம் போயிட்டேன். ஃபுல்லாக முடிச்சிட்டு தான் திரும்பி வர முடியும்.
So that's what we are waiting for. We have seen glimpses of it. You know, Tala playing some of those innings has been amazing. But they have, like we rightly called out in some of our recent episodes, there are a few things that we have to fix and settle down the team. Once that happens, I think CSK should be back. Ritu has been a good captain overall, has been batting well at the top, right? And we thought that, hey, Rara needs a small, slight break. லைட்டா உடம்பு சரியில்லை, கொஞ்ச நேரம் உட்காரா, 2 மேட்சுக்கு உட்கார வச்சுட்டு we need to bring in Moin Ali. And then Patirana has been phenomenal with the ball. So once those things settle, we are expecting post interval அப்படியே அப்படியே அடி தடி தான் from CSK.
ஓரளவுக்கு மேலே நம்ம கிட்ட பேச்சே கிடையாது. வீச்சு தான்.
So I will link the last episode here where we cracked what the CSK has to do, because Fish will be not there from Mayfax, and then as Rama said, we are kunjo weak in the opening slot. So do see it. And first in this stage, top 4 teams, we picked 2, which is RR and CSK. We didn't pick KKR and SRH. So we will see who go close to the playoffs in 2 weeks or 3 weeks time. And now to the 5th team. Now Super Giants, they have to think about, they are not the super team, because we have CSK is the super team, not Giants. So take out away.
பேர்லயே வந்து லக் இருக்கு, and then things have been sort of gelling for them. Now this is a team, again, we didn't expect too much from them, but they have been like Malayalam movie, right? Solid script இருக்கும், இது இருக்கும், low budget, ஆனா படம் நல்லா இருக்கும் பார்க்கலாம் அப்படின்னு. So I think that's what Lucknow has sort of been doing here under KL Rahul. So whether it's a Fahad Fazil or is it like a small nice movie with a good role, or is it going to be like a Pushpa or act பண்ற மாதிரி Fahad Fazil வர போறானா? Is it going to be a bunch of folks who do like மஞ்சுமல் பாய்ஸ் மாதிரி எவனோ the மாட்டின் குணா கேஸ்ல இருந்து வெளில வர போறாங்களா இல்லையான்னு தெரியாது. So they have been sort of okay. So and again that game is coming soon with CSK, which we are expecting CSK to win. So we'll see how that goes.
Tomorrow. So we gave them a chance, outside chance to qualify, because they have been qualifying the last 2 years, but we were not sure. Adamari, they are in the fifth, and if they lose 2 or 3 matches on the trot, we don't know whether they can recover. Stoners is not, playing that well for them. I think the main batsman for them has been Puran, who's holding the team together. QTK came Kunjo formed against us in Lucknow, but they should have QTK, Rahul, Prawn, and Stoners with the bat. Then they look menacing. Only Puran can't, take them to the playoffs. Is my call.
Yeah, Puran has been okay, but Anna, like you said, it needs a bunch of things to come together for them. So we'll see.
Now our nemesis, Mumbai Indians.
இவங்க வந்து உள்ளேயே பிரச்சனை, ரைட்? இந்த வாரிசு படம் மாதிரி அவங்க வந்து they thought that they'll bring தளபதி into the family and suddenly he is able to see all the cracks happening in the family. தான் வாரிசுல நடந்தது. ஆனா இங்க என்ன பிரச்சனைனா தளபதியை கொண்டு வந்ததுனால தான் பிரச்சனையே. ஹர்திக் பாண்டியா தேமேன்னு எங்கேயோ உட்காந்துருந்தான்.
சரி, நான் செவனே தானா போய்க்கிருந்தேன். யாரு வம்பு தும்புக்காச்சும் போனனா? கௌரவம் கௌரவம்னு என் கௌரவத்தையே ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டீங்களா?
அவனை பிடிச்சி கொண்டு வந்து so a lot of it's becoming very apparent. It's a solid team on paper, right? It's got all the firepower that you sort of want. Like you had predicted at the beginning of the season, இந்த மூவ் என்ன ஆக போறது உள்ளன்னு நீ சொன்னது மாதிரியே I think that's what we are beginning to watch here. We still think they got Rohit has been firing in games. Sky played a phenomenal game. Bumrah or bowling has been top notch, right? And I don't know what Pandya is trying to do, right? Whether does he want to come the opening or early enough and enforce bowling போட்டாதான் கிரிக்கெட் வேர்ல்ட் கப்ல சான்ஸ் இருக்குன்னு சொல்லி bowling போடுறான். ஆனா தலைகிட்ட தர்மடி வாங்குறான். They're going through some of these patches. It's going to be very hard for a team from here to arrive, but if they can come together and then they decide to be at the problem, then they have a chance, but it's going to be very unlikely.
So in the 3 games they have won now, one was because of Bumrah. Second one, the Matekara Vela shepherd the innings. Okay. So one they won maybe as a team 70%, but they got a blistering start from Eshan and Rohit. So they are not playing as a team, that is for sure. Hardik Pandya is Hardik Dandiya.
நீ ஒரு டுபாக்குரு, உன்னை நம்பாதேன்னு இவங்கிட்ட எத்தனை தடவை சொன்னேன். இவன் தான் என் பேச்ச கேட்காம உங்ககிட்ட அதனாலதான் உன்னை டேக் பண்ணேன்.
It has no clue and is dancing all over the place and seeing who will toe his line. Okay, so you can see the respect is not there for the captain at all.
நீ சொல்லி நாங்க போய்க்கணும் அவசியம் இல்ல, கேப்டன் சொல்லிட்டோம். டேய் சொல்றேன்ல போடா பின்னாடி. And
that is the pressure. I don't. We called out that they will qualify in the road to IPL. Our preview. I don't think now they will qualify. That's my gut now. But we have 7 games to go. They are not far away. They need to win at least 5 games to be safe. And then run rate. But we will see because 5 games out of the 7 konjo constant, but you can't know because it is IPL. Now
let's talk about Gujarat Titans. Gujarat Titans. குஜராத் டைட்டன்ஸ் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா சென்னை எக்ஸ்பிரஸ் படம் மாதிரி செம்ம அப்படியே பயங்கரமா இருக்குன்னு பார்த்தா லாஸ்ட்ல கிராண்ட் ட்ரங்க் எக்ஸ்பிரஸ் மாதிரி அப்படியே ஒரு செம்ம டிலேயோட வந்துட்டு இருக்காங்க. ஸோ the losses of I don't know whether it's Pandya and Nera combination break ஆச்சா இல்லாட்டி
Shami.
Shami, no Sami, right?
And
நம்ம
I think also Rashid is not the Rashid last year
correct.
after the injury. So to keep bowlers who are not performing at all. And before the season started, P. Dog Prasanna said Miller won't fire this season because um, if any international player gets married, you can write off them for 1 year after marriage.
ஆமா, அந்த ஃபார்முலா இஸ் ட்ரூ. லாஸ்ட் இயர் ராகுல் அண்ட் ஆல்.
Ama. Mm.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so I don't have
yeah.
much. I think Gujarat is probably going to just to have a set of teams in the order. They're not being good in.
Yeah, so we called them to qualify also. I don't think they will qualify. LHC has a better chance than Gujarat to qualify this year. They are and last 2 years on they don't have a good team as such, but they played as a team. The people put their hand up. And in the Vati, they are not playing Sai Kosor for many matches. They are number Shah Rukh Khan is nowhere. Rashid is not performing. Mirror is not performing. So Gill has to take the team individually. That is very, very difficult in the IPL season. So that I don't think they will qualify. Now, going to your city of birth, Delhi Capitals.
பேர்லாம் நல்லா தான் இருக்கு. டெல்லி கேபிட்டல்ஸ்னு படம் டைட்டில் செம்மையா இருக்கு, இது செம்மையா இருக்கு. ஆனா பர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ் தே பீட் சிஎஸ்கே.
ஓப்பனிங்லாம் நல்லா தான் இருக்கு, ஆனா உன்கிட்ட பினிஷிங் சரியில்லையாப்பா.
ஆனா nothing else is sort of happening at their end. They firstly have to get out of this whole jail, right? நம்ம தலைவர் கெஜ்ரிவால் மாதிரி they have to get into that form. Punt வந்து it was good to see Punt come back. It's obviously a big injury that he had. ஆனா பையன் வந்து half pant மாதிரி தான் இருக்கான் இன்னும். There was a game that he was really struggling. Maybe the last game that they played, right? உள்ள வந்தான், he was not able to enforce and then they just folded. So Delhi is not going to make it. The way it looks like it's been very poor. பார்த்தாலே I'm not expecting any suspense twist in the plot or anything from that standpoint.
Proper pardon. So I thought we also called out that they will not qualify. And they have to recheck the squad in the auction next year because they don't have match winners and Warner is not at all come to the party. Michel Marsh has not come and I think he's gone back to Australia because if he had a injury and ACP said you come and rehab here. You can leave the IPL because we want you fit for the World Cup. So they are struggling, and we spoke about it that they don't have Indian batsmen at all. So that is showcasing or too much. And I think Prithvi Shaw should reduce weight. He has to concentrate on that because if we play say 6 hours, he is not able to. The fitness is not there, so you can see that. Now we will go to our Punjab to the Pottar Chakde Punjab.
PBKS அப்படிங்கிற இவங்களை பார்த்தா இப்போ பமல் கே சம்பந்தம் மாதிரி பிகேஎஸ் மாதிரி ஆடின்னு இருக்காங்க பசங்க. பீன் bunch of just comedy at this point in time, right? They have not found anything around. இப்போ வந்து I think instead of they gave the captaincy to Sam Curran, அவன் ட்ரை பண்ணான். அஷ்தீப் சிங் அவனும் அடி வாங்கினான். They picked up some person by the wrong name, but he started playing well. என்னடா எவனோ ஒருத்தனை போட்டு சைட் கிக் கேரக்டரா வச்சா பார்த்தா சஷாங்க் சிங் சடனா வந்து ஹீரோ மாதிரி ஆட ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டானேன்னு தோணித்து. அதுக்கப்புறம் அசுதோஷ் ராணா. ஸோ they have all these unknown names coming from somewhere and doing a few things, but people who are supposed to sort of bring it together and play a few things, that is not there. They have 2 games against CSK. I hope CSK wins both games and helps us, but Punjab is sort of not there. So I think they will just play through the games and motions for this year.
So three things are constant in Punjab. Chop and the change of the coaches. One. Second one, the Printi Center will come for every game and every auction. Third one, they will be always in the bottom of the table. That's the common constant in PBKS. And at least பம்பர்களுக்கு சம்பந்தம் பார்த்துட்டு கொஞ்சம் பய முறைய கற்றுக்குங்க அந்த மாதிரி. So now we will go to our favorite team, the noisy neighbors, RCB.
என்னத்தன்னு சொல்றது, the team that you want to really laugh, ஒரே சிரிப்புன்னு சொன்னா கூட at sometimes you feel some kind of compassion. என்னடா இப்படி அடி வாங்குறாங்களே அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு.
இல்ல மாப்ள, அது மறந்து இது பக்கமா இருக்கு. ஏன் அவனை வெட்ட வேண்டியதானே? ஏன் பழுக்க போறான் அவனை வெட்ட வேண்டியதானே? நான் உள்ளே வரக்கூடாது. நான் அந்த ஒரு கட்டை தாண்ட ஒரு மலையை தாண்ட முடிக்கிறீங்க, தானே வெட்டிடுறீங்க நீங்க. பார்த்து தாண்டா இருக்கேன் நானும்.
They do have a goat in the team, the greatest of all time. நம்ம விஜய் படம் வரப்போறது கோட்டு, அதை தான் பார்க்க போறோம். விராட் கோலி இருக்கான்னு நினைச்சா லாஸ்ட்ல ஆடு ஜீவிதம் கோட் லைஃப் மாதிரி கஷ்டப்பட்டு திணறி இந்த கேம் தோப்பாங்கன்னு நினைச்சா கரண் சர்மா வந்து 3 6 அடிக்கிறான் லாஸ்ட்ல, and they lose by 1 run. அந்த பால் பீமரா இல்லையா, they do all these fights against Virat Kohli's dismissal. But I mean, this team is also at the top. They have like a few good players like Virat and Duplessis, but adukaprom they don't have any kind of leadership. And then at some stage towards the end, they bring DKN, who's been playing really phenomenally well. I think a team that is again not sure, like what should they do, should they go for it or not, and now at this stage they just have to prepare for next year's auction anyway.
ஜோலி முடிஞ்சு போயிட்டு வா, வர்றதுக்குள்ள ஜாமான் தட்டலாம் வேலை நிறுத்தி வைக்கிறேன். நானும் ஊருக்கு போய் ரொம்ப நாளாகி போச்சு.
Every year, this is the பிரச்சனை. Top heavy batting order, Kata para batting lineup, but no bowling. We can call Soma side. From Soma, we can call 5 bowlers or 6 bowlers, or from Varar Kotam. Because you are giving 280 in a 20-hour game. Okay. The boys in Soma will bowl better than you.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you give 280 or 290, in even though you have a gutter parasite, you can't chase it.
Impossible. Yeah.
And Maxi Mini Ata, some is not clear in the mind. So what can you do? So I think the management should change first. Then the players, because you have to get people in the management who knows cricket and does not or not only know to sell sarak. They have to have cricketing sarak on the mari. So that is the all the times and how they stack up in the at this point, mid point or the interval of the
block.
Interval block. So we will go now to the Playmakers, who we thought have created the optimum attraction in the first half. So take it on, Rama.
So I think Kohli has been playing phenomenally. He started well, and it almost the destiny of RCB rests on Kohli. So he's played he scored a century in one of the games. Plus he's been at the top of the table with the amount of runs he's been doing. Travis Head, man, right after the World Cup, நம்மள சாவடிச்சா அந்த ஃபைனல்ல அந்த மாதிரி each game, right? What, 26 balls, 84 or something like that crazy kind of knock. Avunu Abhishek Sharma have been doing. So he's been right behind Kohli in the kind of runs, and he's playing innings where he puts his team clearly in the driver's seat, right? That kind of batting. Adukaprom, it's been interesting to see Parag, right? Riyan Parag play a few knocks where he just comes and right out of the screws, he's able to come in and make a solid innings. He's been doing really well for RR. That's been good to watch. அதுக்கப்புறம் who can நம்ம தலைவர் ரோஹித் சர்மா last few years his form is not good ன்னு சொல்லி மும்பை started making a change. அதுக்கப்புறம் பார்த்தா வேர்ல்ட் கப்ல பையனுக்கு சூடு பிடிச்சது பேட்டிங். And from in this uh, IPL season he's played really well few
Yeah,
games.
yeah.
Hitman has been on top. The
The
game against
100,
CSK,
yeah, yeah.
single-handedly scoring a century and almost taking them home was good. And then finally, to round up the top five, I think Sunil Narayan coming back to his old form of opening the innings. He scored his first century in IPL. So that has been interesting to see as well.
In the top 5, only Prahag doesn't have a century. That's the so on the Murray. And now to the bowlers. Who is the purple cap holder now?
I mean, Jasprit Bumrah, I think amazing bowling, right? Over every team that's sort of belting everybody else around. Paina Kondo on the Odana, he puts the screws right away, right? 5 runs per over in the middle overs, and the Yorkers that just come straight up in the length. So it's very clear that he's playing in the form of his life. So he's been phenomenal. Chahal has been interesting actually. He's been sneaking up. If you haven't kept up and watching, you would not really know that people kept saying, "Hey, where is Chahal? Kulcha, என்னடா குல்தீப் இருக்கான், but Chahal காணும்னு சொல்லிட்டு இருந்தோம்." He's been picking.
He will always be there in the top 5 in every IPL season. But I don't know why they are not picking up for the Indian team. At least this World Cup, if they pick him, it will be good because smaller grounds in West Indies and it will hit spin. So I hope they pick him up for the T20 World Cup now.
Yeah. அதுக்கப்புறம் Kotre, I think this is a name that we were initially saying that CSK should have got him, etc. during the auction. He's been okay. I think he's probably picked a bunch of wickets in a few games. He got like a four
But
wickets.
economy rate is very, very high.
Correct.
Yeah.
I think
Karate kid. அந்த மாதிரி he will come, அந்த மாதிரி. But his economy is very high. But if you see Bumrah his economy is the least in the IPL so far. So that is making him also get wickets because Bumrah is not giving runs. So they have to
they have to go after him. Makes sense. Next we have is Fish, right? I think Mustafizur has been amazing for CSK, and first 1 or 2 games we saw. I think he got a 4 wickets haul, and he made an impact right away by getting quick wickets in the early stages of the game. So he's been in the form of his life, which is great. And then to round it off, we spoke about Chahal. So avanoda Kulcha partner அப்படி சொல்லிதான் ஆகணும். Kuldeep played well, especially in the first few games. அதுக்கப்புறம் he lost a little bit of sheen. So we'll see how he'll probably come back. But anyway, he's playing for Delhi. So it doesn't matter what he does anyway.
Now we will go to the game changers. The cricketers who caught the highs on the Murray.
முதல்ல Shivaji the boss Murray, Joss the boss Butler, right? I mean, a game that we thought that they are out, he just comes back and single-handedly wins it for them. So he's been in phenomenal forms. He's done great things. நம்ம நெக்ஸ்ட் ஆள் பார்த்தா நாராயணான்னு வந்து சும்மா அப்படி வெறும் பாட்டு பாடுவான், லைட்டாக வந்து ஆஃப் ஸ்பின் போடுவான், பேட்டிங் போயிடுத்துன்னு நினச்சா சுனில் நாராயண் ஹஸ் பீன் கமிங் பேக் அண்ட் playing phenomenally well, right, for KKR. So that's been interesting to watch. We want to talk about your favorite, Mr. RP.
So Rayan Parak, as we talked about, is coming into maturity. வயசுக்கு வந்துட்டான் அந்த மாதிரி. And next the player who caught our everybody's eyes is Dolo 650 head. It's a is not a bit of a headache. It's a full-blown headache for everybody. So we called him Doro 650. And then the classic Carson. We talked about Klaasen in the World Cup premiere itself. That is the best T20 batter going around. So he has, played a couple of innings, which is super. And they looked like the squad to go to the playoff. So SRH. And then Patartala Ravana, Patirana. If you have to talk about Bumrah, we have Baby Malinga. So he's also come good, but Ratamaja Nigel. But the matches we played, he has come very good for CSK, and I hope they retain him for the next year. And then finally, R. Chami Dubey, DGP of 6 hitting Chennai. So what a monster. It's a 6 hitting monster. That's all it
And
is.
what a story, right? I think the career completely turning around and now will probably be considered for the Cricket World Cup.
Ama. And on the side, DK and MHT who are turning the clock. Maybe they will also be reckoned for the World Cup. அந்த மாதிரி.
அத்தடி தெய்வமே புயல் வேகத்துல போய்கிட்டு இருக்கே குறுக்கு எது மணலாரி வந்துடப்படாதா சாமி அம்மா யாராவது முரட்டால ஓடிக்கிட்டு இருக்கா
Rohit
But
Sharma கேட்டாங்களே. They asked Rohit Sharma, what do you think about picking DK and MSD for the Cricket World Cup?
And he said, MST, no chance. I can convince DK. But that 6 in, Bangalore, 108 meters long. So DK is every World Cup year, he will sell in the IPL. அந்த மாதிரி. Now to the bat investments, the big boys who didn't show up at all.
You have to definitely start this list with Pandya, right? He's not. Payam is going through a lot of tough time. Batting workala, bowling workala, captaincy workala. We don't know whether if he's carrying some kind of niggle, so he's right at the top. அதுக்கப்புறம் we should talk about the number
Cam
RCB.
Green. Cam Green, they traded him to RCB to buy Hardik Pandya. Both the trades didn't work.
So there is some
Cam
level
Green,
of...
no green bucks. That's all it is.
அதுக்கப்புறம் மேக்ஸ்வெல் அவன் என்னடானா all the memes are flying where on one leg he can play for Australia இது அது, but for RCB he's been a utter flop show and now he's not even in the squad, so that's been a letdown. அப்புறம் how can you miss Stark, right? He got a bidding war and he went to like some 24 crores in the auction. Gambhir சொன்னா I don't care about what people say, I only care about team results அப்படி இப்படின்னு சொன்னா, but overall it's been a பயங்கர blip, not been good.
I mean, it's not come to the party. He's parting with the money he received and the word. So come to the party, man. Stark. So every game, 4 hours, 45 or 50. And the batters don't have pressure of the name who's bowling to them. It can be Bumrah or Stark or whatever. They're not cat at all. So that is what happens if you come to the IPL after such a long time, and maybe the pressure of the money also that KKR paid them, but they are on the top, like Gautam said. So we will see what happens in the next 7 games after the interval.
And to round off the list, you have Bairstow. He's not done much. And then in the end, Faf முடிஞ்ச வரைக்கும் RCBக்கு வம்சம் நம்ம சென்னையிலேருந்து he's been sort of not great there at all. நம்ம இந்தியன் சைட்ல நீ சொல்ல நெக்ஸ்ட்
Indian players la SRK, Shahrukh Khan, when he goes every time for 8 to 12 close every IPL to some other team and they will drop him. In the Vati, he went to Gurucharat and played only 2 games. So I don't know why people pay such big money when they don't want to play the players. At least in the 12 he was impact substitute பேரவும் வரல. So he's warming the bench.
டீம்ல தண்டத்துக்குன்னு ஒருத்தன்.
Then number Julail and Jitesh Sharma, two keepers we thought will have a fight to come into the T20 World Cup squad, have not fired at all. Maybe Jorarku chance konjo kami because of RR playing so well. But Jitesh has many chances because the top out of Punjab are not flying. So Jitesh is a miss or he's missed the chance to put his name on the board. And another player who goes for big money, the fast pacer who bowls off spin, Harshal Patel. Okay.
மதன் லாலோட வாரிசு.
ஆமா. He had 2 seasons in Middle East, but he has not performed at all in India. And RCB, that one good thing RCB did last year to give him away. And then Punjab picked him for 10 or 11 crores. என்னன்னா பண்ற? So அந்த மாதிரி சீக்கா சொல்ற மாதிரி அவனுக்கு they should not bowl at all அந்த மாதிரி. The next is our Mia from Hyderabad. Siraj is having a very, very bad season.
அவன் தான் ஃபுல்லா ஏறி வந்து ஆடுறான்னு தெரியுதுல, அப்படியே ஷார்ட் பிட்ச் போடுறீங்க. ஃபுல் லென்த் போடுங்க. முக்கியமா ஆஃப் சைடு இடம் கொடுக்காம போடுங்க. உங்க டீம்ல எந்த பவுலர்ஸ்க்குமே யாக்கர் போட தெரியாதா?
நீ ஹைதராபாத் பிரியாணின்னு சொல்ல லாஸ்ட்ல வந்து சாம்பார் சாதம் எடுத்துட்டு நீங்க.
I thought it will be because of the after the eat he will come. Nothing is happening to him at all. So Siraj is having a very, very bad year also. So that wraps up the bat investment. The last section is the young blood or uncapped Indian players who we see coming up or who caught the eye. Take it away, Rama.
No, it's been super interesting to see that part, right? Names that you didn't even know, or some people who had just stepped up who then started making a mark. And the vidutla, it's been great to watch. I think Ashutosh Sharma, Punjab Kings, right? Engendo Vanda Payan, along with Shashank Singh, another name that we have on the list. These guys have almost consistently come back and somehow made Chennai sort of pop up. I mean, not Chennai, Punjab show up in these games. I mean, another name that we sort of didn't include was Nitesh Reddy. He's been phenomenal in coming and doing a bunch of these things here as well.
Shashank Sharma is the competitive pace of the auction. So Shashank Singh, they didn't want to pick him up Punjab because they had a different player in mind, but they picked him up and then asked the auctioneer whether we can give him back. No returns policy. But he now is a Shashank Reptman Mari. He's come and is renaming Punjab in every game. So kudos to him. And next prayer and Ashutosh Rana also. The next prayer is Abhishek Sharma.
Being playing with head and then still being on top of that and being ahead of him, like 12 balls, 46 and going at like 370 strike rate. I think he's made the strides over the last couple of years. I think he's a phenomenal talent and great to watch.
Yeah, I think last year SRH didn't use him well or give him the role clarity because last 2 years they are being talking about him from the under 19 stint he had in India. That is the next biggest thing. But my now worry is how many openers will come and
Yeah.
bat for India. Okay.
Yeah.
Abhishek Sharma, Jaiswal, KL will play for some odd years. So, our Sanju. So, we will see what happens to Indian team in the next 3 or 4 years when Roko retire and the change is happening. So, but a good prospect for Abhishek Sharma. Now, we will go to two bowlers. Ashit Rana for a KKR is bowling very well for them. They use him in all the phases of the match and is come out trumps and is bowling better than Stark, but very good find. And KKR spent a lot on Mavi and that Telugu guy under 19 players who got injured a lot. Nagar Koti. So, and
They are
then
all under
they
19 லேந்து வந்தாங்க.
Ama,
Yeah.
Ama. Then they released them last year, but they kept them in the squad for 4 or 5 years and paid for the rehab all over the world. So, but the talent didn't. I mean, the skill didn't meet the talent, so they gave them away. And the Murray KKR will get gems at the Ashit Rana show that spinner they got last year, Leggy and the Murray. The scouting team is also good, and the last player is Mayank Yadav.
Man, some watching an Indian guy come and bowl like 155 kilometers per hour and consistently, rushing the batsman. Ana, like all of these stories, we knew that எவ்வளவு நாள்டா sustain பண்ணுவான்னு பார்த்தோம். He got injured. He's young, so 20 years old, but they have to sort of manage him well to make sure that we can sustain him for have a good long career for India, possibly one day.
Last year also he didn't play because of injury. The only good thing about him was his Umran Malik is consistently attacking the stumps. Umran Malik has the pace like him, but very wayward. Yeah, so that's the only good thing. But we have to Karte all these prayers and use them like England only for certain series, not play them in all the formats and play them only for the test in Australia and the Murray. So we have to be clever in using this the talent, especially the bowlers.
Yeah. So true. I was watching an episode with Robin Uthappa talking to Beer Biceps, right? Just mentioning of how pace bowlers have to put so much on their body, it takes such a big toll on them. So we do have to manage these talent really well.
So that is a wrap for the mid-season or the interval. So we hope you have the popcorn and nachos in this 40 minutes episode. Do like, share, and subscribe to our channel and the videos. See you after the CSK versus LHG game. Bye.
Bye.